Everybody, we've got a new ad coming for our company that we just started called Baby Drop. Do you want to drop off your baby with a well-intended person that you don't quite know, but you anticipate they're probably pretty good? Go to babydrop.com.
Babydrop.com. It's like...
I'm just trying to make a funny ad.
Oh my god.
It's really fun. All right, guys, welcome to Idea Drop. Come listen to us here as we stand ready to give birth. You may witness us in the throes of labor, giving our last push, and as the bastard child of capitalism and desire come out, and we happily say, yes, this is our baby, but please take it. We will have another, because just as adoption is a real issue and procreation is not, so too are ideas and implementation. So take our babies, folks. Kendall and I had them for you. How are you today, Kendall?
Oh my gosh. I'm good. Yeah, it's been a high octane week. Yesterday I did 12 hours straight of meetings.
Ooh.
5:30 to 5:30. No joke.
Awful.
And the last...
So much coffee.
It was a lot of coffee. The last 6 meetings I did with David, with my baby. Wow.
Oh.
And I had to change his diaper on Zoom.
Oh.
I'm not joking.
Nice.
It was like off to the side. But
Was it with like a client or like somebody internal?
It was a person I'd never met before.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, look, this is being a dad.
That's an impression.
This is like, yep, I am sorry that this is the only time I could meet.
Did you have a digital assistant? You need a real assistant.
Right.
You need a babysitter. Yeah, that's what they have. That's a thing, isn't it? Yeah.
That's also a thing. No, I like my baby time, and
I'm sure your clients do too.
Yeah, well, you can't get everything you want with me.
Yeah.
Okay. And I fed him in like a chair while I talked. So I'm like talking, and we're talking about real estate, and we're talking about software, and yep, numbers, lots of numbers, and I'm like, I think the guy loved it.
So funny.
Anyways,
Real estate.
That was interesting. Did you see that? So Uber's targeting ads wherever you go now.
Is it like you're in the car and then you drive by a Zara and it says, "Hey, you want to go to Zara?
Yeah, like hey, stop here.
Stop here."
Yeah, I'm really hungry for In-N-Out suddenly because it's I don't know how it works, but they just like.
Did you take an Uber here?
I did not.
Nice.
No, this is like a release. It's in the release notes and it's a part of their roadmap.
Okay, this is a great idea. I actually already thought they were doing this. This seems like super logical in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it makes total sense because you're in the app. They have your location services. They have to.
My question is, are they doing that in a partner network too? So if you pay Uber as a business, could you get the location data of Dustin's Ubering and therefore run ads in Google Ads?
No, I think you opt in, and then they probably say, okay, we used your location and ad spend this amount of time, and this is how much you owe me. It's probably like pay-per-click. That's the thing. Yeah,
it's just crazy how like this stuff used to be an idea or a fear, and now it's just normal.
It's a reality. I was never scared of it. Take my information.
No, me neither.
I'm so into
me neither.
that.
But it's still hyped. Like, yeah.
Can I pitch you on an idea right off the bat?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Here's an idea I came up with earlier. I want to do cold pressed juice powder. Now, so this is a subscription-based service, and how it works is you go and sign up people for your powder, but those people that you sign up, they can also then sign up people beneath them, and they'll have a leg. And then that they can sign up other people as well. But how it works is everybody gets 10% of the purchase of the people beneath them. So it incentivizes people to keep on going again and again and again.
Dustin, you know right how to trigger me. You just went for the throat.
Do you like that one?
Wow.
Would you do it?
I'm awake. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm wired, inspired.
Oh, God. Would you sign up for my...
I'm not going to be in your down leg.
Come on, be in my down leg.
Oh, my gosh.
Actually, the boys in the back, they put me up to this. I have to give credit where credit's due.
Dude.
Our producer said do it.
Dude. Oh my gosh.
In case you don't know what that is, that's a multi-level marketing scheme. And if somebody says, hey, do this, don't worry. You're not going to be a business owner and you will alienate all of your friends. So you decide if you want to do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I will say you can make a lot of money, but I don't want to make that kind of money.
Dude, I'm not. I'm sorry to all of you listening who are stuck in an MLM, but here's why I hate that shit. It is so manipulative. It is a structure that preys on your friends and your family through you. You are the vehicle for the preying, and preying with an EY. It's just a great way for corporate America to like steal the soul of a 22-year-old and teach them, you're a business person now. Just kidding. we got sales from your friends and family, and now you get no long-term benefit. And to all the millionaire MLM people out there, I don't care that it worked for you. How many people had to suffer for you to be a millionaire in this shit?
That's a good point.
Anyways, it is gross, and I get why people do it, and I get the draw. Pampered Chef is like not too bad. So I don't know if you've been seeing a Pampered Chef party.
No. There's a party?
Yeah, I know way too much about MLMs. So Lululemon.
Oh, I've been pitched.
Then obviously there's doTERRA and there's Amway and there's.
I've sat in those meetings. I've had. Okay, here's how the thing I hate the most. I had an old friend from college call me up and say, "Hey, I haven't seen you in a long time. Let's hang out." And I thought, this is so sweet. What a really kind, genuine person.
It was so nice.
Yeah.
They thought of me.
And then he's like, "I'm going to a party. I'd love for you if you come with me." And so I go to this party,
I'm going to a party with my old buddy.
And I sit down, and it's a 45-minute pitch. But here's the thing, dude. Everybody in there was like eating this shit up.
Oh.
And I did not.
No,
I gave them hell.
Yeah,
I'd
good.
say,
Good for
hi,
you.
guys, the economics of this don't work. If you're giving 10% up every single time after 10 people, you have no money. How does that work, sir? Well, I don't know. Also, isn't this just another pyramid scheme? Well, we have a product.
No, it's a triangle plan.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So it's not a pyramid scheme if it's legal. And so the difference between a pyramid scheme and an MLM is whether or not the underlying substance of the mathematics can be proved to actually work per the contract. So they actually can. So technically they're correct on like, no, the math does work.
Yeah, but there's the spirit of the law and the law.
Yeah,
it's like, okay,
correct.
I went 66 in a zone. All right, not a big deal. But you
Correct.
broke the law still. It's like somehow
gosh.
I hate it. I hate it.
I think it would be nice to have a segment of our judicial system that is more in the ambiguity of it, and they're a court, a judge for
this, yeah,
for some like predatory any type of business practice. So it could be okay at a certain number of reports, then it goes before the judge, and there's a higher judge. You can keep escalating it, but literally we need a process for like you need some really smart judges to perceive, is this thing predatory or not? I think the illegal thing should be predatory, right? So, and that's a very ambiguous term.
It's tough because so many things would be considered predatory, which is fine because you should say, "Oh, this is where my market is, and I'm going to go to that place." But this really just
so some
hurts
examples
people.
of predatory in today's world that already are laws.
Yeah.
So usury laws, you can't loan me money at higher than 18% interest in California.
Oh.
That is usury.
That's great.
19% is breaking the law. 18% is legal.
Yeah.
Now, if it's an APR and they have to disclose, like, okay, this is a 29% credit card and that works for credit cards because there's an exception for credit cards, but it doesn't work if you're giving me a boat loan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's some definition around it. And at some point, some judges said, enough is enough. That's not okay. But
Dude,
now
that's so important. That's so important. You have to have that kind of regulation. I know you're pretty anti-regulation. I'm very, very pro bank
I
regulation.
like it. No, I like it.
Oh, good. I'm so happy we can agree on that
Yeah.
one. That's so nice.
Yeah, it's important. Another good one is like, the FDA. Like, it's good or the USDA, it's good that you have to get things like through a process. If you're USDA, you have to get certified to make certain claims.
Yeah.
Like if it's certified organic, you cannot say organic.
Yeah, I've had problems with that too, though, because you have to go through the certification.
Yes, there are problems with regulations.
And the whole bit, and that actually makes it kind of expensive. And
Plot twist, regulations suck.
Yeah, it's like a both and. It's a necessary evil. It's kind of like
what's the least of the weevils?
Yeah, which you would argue lends down to capitalism, and it gets all complicated there. Okay, hi, Kendall. How are you? Do you have any ideas for me? I want to hear your ideas. I've got so many ideas.
Sure,
today,
I bet you do. I bet you do. I kind of want to. Say some ideas of like small businesses I would buy.
Ooh, yeah, hit me.
Okay, so the scenario is if I wasn't busy full time, and I had some access to a small, medium amount of capital.
Okay.
Right. So it's not super
We're
poor.
talking like 5 to 25,000.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Let's say I have someone who will lend me, maybe a family member who will lend me,
even a bank
or a bank
for less than 18.
20 grand.
Yeah.
Okay. in that scenario, there are a number of businesses that I could buy. And the scenario is I want to work roughly full time and I want control of my destiny.
Yeah.
So I've been laid off. I have access to 20 grand, but I don't want to lose the 20 grand. But I could use it. There are so many little businesses. So microacquire.com, I browse this thing.
Yeah.
It is really fun.
Oh, we hate that place.
No. I know you had a bad experience, but I had a good one too. So one bad, one good. The good one was much better than the bad one was worse.
Who was the good one?
I can't say it on air.
Okay. Can you whisper it?
India.
Oh, okay.
I'll just say India.
Yeah, I understand.
So that was a great experience, still is a great experience. And then the types of businesses there are mostly software, but I don't think most of the world like has enough confidence in that world of buying a small software business and what the hell would I do with it once I own it. So
then how do you maintain it?
Yeah, you got to know a lot before you go take that risk. But other risk mitigated ones would be like buying a nanny, a childcare service. Like there are childcare providers in every city. You could buy 3 of them without a lot of money and do owner financed. So you're paying them monthly once you buy them because they are stressed, they're burnt out.
Yeah.
But you know what you can hire? Childcare provider. Like people just want to move on from their season, the owner, the founder, and they have customers already.
Yeah.
And those customers are paying regularly every month, but they have to invest a lot of labor to keep it going.
Yeah.
But they're not necessarily the best at like negotiating a good lease or renovating the interior of a building or setting up a system. So you could like buy 3 of those and roll them into a better facility, for example, and pay out 3 different owners over the months. So like you could take your $20K loan from the bank, let's say, and you go and say, hey, I have 20 grand. I would like to buy your business. You mentioned like you're looking to move on or whatever. You want to go back to school or don't fire perfectly good clients. These babies, these kids, they need care. I have a good team. Like I have people that I know that will hire to do the care. And you've already navigated California's regulations for this. I will pay you $3 grand a month, every month for the next 3 years and $20K now, assuming like the numbers are what you said they are. And you can go back to school and you'll have $3K of cash flow, but you'll have $20K to like restart and you don't have to let go or even tell all these nice parents that you can't care for their kids anymore.
This would work. This would actually work. This would work pretty well.
I like this
Especially, the only problem is you might have like a little bit of churn with the people.
Yeah,
leaving.
you always have some churn. You pencil that in.
Yeah, definitely got to pencil that in. I would move the location into some, because there are obvious ways to make babysitting better. If there was a babysitting spot in the mall,
now this is child care. So, yeah.
Is there a difference?
There is to childcare providers versus babysitters.
Oh, okay.
Babysitters are like I come to your house and I sit your babies at your. But childcare providers have done a lot of compliance work. They've hired well. They've background checked everybody. They've got contracts. Like,
can you do like all inclusive? Like, we'll come to your house, we'll pick them up, we'll take them to our facility.
The insurance goes up like crazy when you start doing pickup routes. But the drop off's not hard for mom and dad. They're just happy to have like a good fair price and a safe place. It's all about safety and like, does the kid enjoy the time? How are you handling COVID? Like, there's a lot of like things to be done well. It's not an easy job, which is why the asset has value. I don't want to start that business. I want to buy that business. So, but yes, once those systems are formed and those preferences are implemented and the parents are used to it, they're like kind of clients, hiring into that and training people is not actually crazy difficult.
Would you, okay, so let's say you wanted to do it. Would you just go find, in this scenario, I'm going to go find a babysitting person and say, hey, do you like it? Do you want to sell it to me? And they could.
A child care provider.
Yes, a child care provider.
Sorry, I don't have kids yet. No child.
What are those? I don't have those. Those are just the things that makes it so Kendall doesn't hang out on Friday night.
I have a 10-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 1-year-old.
I got 2 cats.
I also have 2 cats.
My cat caught a bird last night.
Ooh.
In the middle of the night, my wife and I are just chasing it around the house. And
in the house?
Yeah. And this cat thinks it's a joke. And this bird is like, it's like getting out, slightly flying away. And then my cat jumps in the air, catches the bird, tears it down again. And I'm trying to save this bird's life. And I think me chasing it ended up killing the bird faster. And
Oh,
that was a
well,
sad
that's
thing.
no, but that's actually probably good for the bird. Torturing the slow death is not
Death
great.
is good.
Yeah, it's the final. It's the final yes.
That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, I think that's a good idea. But what would you do? You would go approach
I would
a child
approach
care
5
provider,
at the same time.
and then you'd say, "Hey, I'm looking to buy something like this. If you have
Yep.
interest, let me know."
Yep. You need to be perceived as safe, responsible, organized. You need to really be able to put down the 20 grand.
Can't be pushing on this one.
You need to come in structured with your thoughts. Like you can't leave this super ambiguous and open because this is not their world. They're not used to having this conversation. So it will go nowhere if you wait for them to be more proactive than you.
Yeah.
So you have to be highly proactive. But I would just strike up 5 conversations and say something to the effect of, in the next 6 months, I would like to buy a child care facility and improve it. I would like to buy one and then double its size and double the staff. And so if you ever were interested in selling, I have 6 months remaining on my timeline. Please let me know. And then I would just need to see numbers and systems and compliance and like background checks of your employees. And then I've got some employees I'd like to hire for this, and you'd need to be trustworthy. You'd need to trust me, and I would need to trust you. And then we could do a deal, and the deal would be like 20 grand up front, and then $3,500 a month, assuming the business can handle that. And
I love it.
yep.
I love it. Okay. All right. That's fair. Let me pitch you on something. Here's something really interesting. Okay. I think, I think it is a common misconception that people need to be first to the market. I think that's actually a terrible idea. Let somebody else build the market, and then you come in after the market that they've built, and then just compete with them because now they already have traffic to the idea. Here is a really, really good idea right now, and it's super weird, but have you ever heard of boob sauce? Sounds strange. It's like lotion that I got permission from my wife to talk about this. It's lotion that is just for that area, which sounds bizarre. It's a brand new thing on the market, and it's totally, in my opinion, totally ridiculous. It's just lotion. It's just lotion that they've rebranded.
Yeah.
But somebody already created the market, and there's actually a hot demand for it.
Yep.
It would be so easy just to white label any other kind of lotion and say, hey, this is specific for this.
Wow.
Because somebody created the market.
Yep.
Now just slip on into that market and take it over.
Wow. So many reactions.
Yeah, please.
I'm not going to say 3 of them, but okay. Yes and amen. Don't be first.
Yeah, don't be first.
Unless the thing you're first on is like a gimmick or like it's all you've done is changed one unique element, but everything else is the same. So that doesn't quite count as don't be first, but boob lotion as a new category, now that there would be like Google SEO traffic to this, now that there'd be ads to this, so we can go on. Have you ever been to Facebook ad library?
Look this up right now.
Facebook
this is not what we should be doing.
Ad library. No, it'll be safe.
Okay.
So
Facebook.
if you go to Facebook ad library, is it called boob sauce?
I have no idea. I can text. I don't know.
Ad
I've
category.
Never Googled this.
All ads.
Lotion.
No, I'm not suggesting you Google it. I'm suggesting you look it up in Facebook ad library.
Okay.
To see if they're running ads.
I have seen Facebook ad library.
Here we go.
Been
Here they are.
Oh, really?
Jewelry. This is jewelry. This is a tiny closet boutique.
Okay.
This is 3 black guys with a mic. This is makeup by Tiana.
This doesn't seem to be giving us what we need.
No, so these must be like ads that are referencing boob sauce. So you can see what people are running on a given set of like terms because Facebook turns that over to the public. So that is a quick hack of like, okay, are they being successful with ads? Because that didn't pop up, I would venture a guess they're not being successful with ads and they shut them down. I would guess they already tried.
Totally.
Shut them down because they're expensive.
Shut them down.
But SEO probably is there for this, or it's going viral through influencer marketing.
No, this is great. This is great. I actually do the same thing, just not usually with that. Every time I use that, I can't seem to find the thing. But here's an example. You and I both have a friend who does real estate. Our friend in real estate has found that it is best to spend $40,000 a month on ad spend. He doesn't spend less, he doesn't spend more because he's done it for 15 years. And he said, this is just the good number. Everything up to that point, it really actually increases your numbers. After that, it doesn't matter.
It's a diminishing return.
Yeah, but he is in this general area. So let's say he services maybe a population of 200,000 if you go as far out as possibly
Yeah,
he does.
yeah,
So
right.
40, like that's good information, but I just asked a guy for it. This is great that you can just look it up and see exactly how they already did it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So like back to boob sauce.
Yeah.
Like I honestly like free information is amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
I like indexing that and then going, should I compete here? So if he's spending 40 grand a month on real estate, the answer is no.
Maybe not.
I'm not going to go drop 30 grand and then not be as good at him in a regional local market. But in the infinite world of the netherwebs,
That's where you differentiate though with the real
yeah.
estate.
Here's how I would think about this. Okay, it is just lotion with marketing. Okay, that you can get that spun up in the next 60 days. You can ride the keywords or the influencers who are already doing that. Just go DM the same influencers. How much are they paying you? I'll pay you a little bit more. We're launching. Make it look like a real launch. Put it on Kickstarter. It doesn't matter. But I would be careful in your investment because that sounds to me like a thing that will trend and then has a high likelihood of just like
it'll drop off.
changing to like, oh, everybody's like, this is lotion. I put it on my boobs.
Yeah.
So I would look at that as a 2 or 3 year time horizon. And since you have to invest for maybe like 6 months to start to get returns, you have to look at like, if I'm successful, I plan on making a profit in months 7 to 36. And then I'm just expecting this market to shrivel up and die. And the closer to that 36 mark, my margins are thinner and thinner because it's dying. But right at the 7-month mark, they're also thin. So you have to like, okay, I think I can make a lot of money 18 months from now.
Yeah.
If I do the boob sauce idea now. But I am not crazy enough to go all in on boob sauce because it's a trending thing.
Yeah.
So ride a trend, but predict its death so that you're not the last one standing either. You're not first to market. Don't be last to market.
Yeah. 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 I mean, they're good. They're smart. Like the good entrepreneurs, they just kind of sit there and wait till they see a good opportunity. They jump on it. You know, they're not exactly going through things all day long. I would hate to run that business, though.
I would too. That would be an awful
so
business.
bad. Okay, I got a fun one for you. I want to use AI to create a new chapter of the Bible, and I want to sell it.
Wow, you want to sell a new chapter of the Bible as generated by... Wow, there would be like a cult of this.
There would be a huge cult.
You would kickstart a cult.
I would kickstart a cult, and then that's how I would monetize it. I would make it a church, and then I would take offerings. And
wow, so this is also nonprofit sheltered.
Yeah, it's great.
Wow, you're a huge douche.
Wow. No, I'm a rich douche.
You're a rich,
I'm a rich
right? That's
douche.
huge stacks of cash.
How's my website doing, by the way?
Oh my gosh, dustinthedouche.com.
Yeah, was that what it was?
I don't know.
Something like that.
I didn't do it.
No. Think about it though. There's so much buzz around Christian communities and like, ooh, is AI, the devil or whatever?
Or is it God?
It's
Is it
so
the singularity?
Yeah, exactly, right? So just lean into it and have it be funny.
Oh my gosh,
and
that's
enjoy
funny.
it.
I think that could be fun to run if A, you didn't have any kind of genuine faith that you're offending.
Yeah.
B, you keep it funny because it's gonna get icky real quick.
Oh yeah.
And people get weird. Like that's the kind of stuff that gets you death threats.
Oh well, I don't want those. Not
Yeah,
again.
I mean, but if you spin up the Denmark-based business,
I know we've talked about this. Sometimes I have weird ideas, and I'm like, I don't want this to be in America because
yeah,
it's
because
messy.
this is a messy.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever done like, oh, I set up this business internationally?
I've never. No, I've bought one, but I did not set it up,
We
and I
should look
didn't. I
into
don't
this.
know.
That'd be
Oh,
fun.
two. I lied. We did this in Cairo.
You did?
I actually project managed the entity in Cairo 3 years ago.
Is it hard?
So I bailed. So we're still doing business there, and we had to retry again 2.5 years later
Whoa.
with more qualified people than me to get it done. So we spent 10 grand on a law firm to get this done, and we lost the 10 grand.
Dude.
It's done.
Because this is how casinos are done. Like online casinos, they're done in different countries because you can't
Correct.
do that in America.
Yeah, I played poker on some of those sites.
So did I.
Yeah,
That's good college time.
yeah.
I loved that actually.
I did it last Tuesday.
Really? You still do it?
No, I did it last year.
It's not as fun to do it online.
It's
I
kind
will
of a
say that.
Christmas ritual of mine. So like I get bored and then it's like 10 o'clock at night and my kids are sleeping, my wife's snoozing in front of a movie. And I'm like, you know what I want to do? I want to gamble $200 in Denmark.
Dude, you know what I did in college? I would there were these poker games. So there's a table of 8 and all you had to do was make it to the top 4 in order to make your money back. You double your money. So I put $10 in, boom. And all you have to do is play conservatively. So I found out I could play 6 of these games at the same time and just be conservative, never bet, just limp my way into the top 4.
Yeah.
And then boom,
Yeah.
I made about $40 an
I
hour.
mean, tournament odds like are way better than
Yeah.
like that is a whole strategy. And the people who go all in early because they want the dopamine,
yeah.
they just lose their money to people like you who are patient.
But we're gamblers and we're
Well,
actually okay.
no,
Kendall
if
and
the
I are
stakes were
really,
high
really
enough.
for my bachelor party. Kendall and I, we went to Vegas and we played poker and we both placed in a tournament. And
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
were there like 200 people there?
It was probably
100?
70 people in that
Well, it
tournament.
felt like 200. It was
It was
so
like
there's
it was
3,000
like 10
people
or
in the
11
tournament.
tables, and we both got to the final table. Good job.
That was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great. Hey, there you go. Here's your business. You want to start an overseas business starting business. If you need to take your business and you need to move it offshores because you're a little bit confused on how to do that, we do it for you. There you go.
Good idea. There's a lot of them.
Ah, crap.
The best, I'm sorry.
We can call it Maritime.
Okay, start a business on a boat.
on a boat.
Maritime businesses.
You got a boat?
I actually really like that. I want to start a business that starts businesses on boats under maritime law.
Great.
They actually aren't founded anywhere. And it all comes down to,
Here, but hold
wait,
on.
is this just a mob?
Yeah, there's literally no restrictions though. You just have to advertise, take people out to sea, and then you can do anything. You could kill somebody.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No.
But like cruise lines, they operate under flags. So they adopt those businesses as you go. So like, let's say,
So but this is, okay, isn't it 100 miles? Like offshore is,
don't know.
I think it's 100 miles.
sure, let's say it's,
So
that.
it's,
No, I think it's less. I think it's like 5. I think it's really small. I don't know.
Really?
Let's look it up. I want to know.
So anyways, we don't need to start
12
bad
miles.
businesses. 12.
12
Wow.
miles.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of area out there that's under no
Yeah.
restrictions. That's weird.
More than 24? Some people say more than 24.
I'm getting
That's still
weird
close.
thoughts in my head. I don't want to continue this
And
discussion.
this is a big thing for gambling. It's a really big thing for gambling.
Yeah. Casino boats.
Casino boats. Totally a thing. Beyond that, yeah, you can go real dark if you wanted to,
I
but
don't like this.
it's
This
when
is on
you-
par with the cult idea.
well, no. Like I acknowledge that when you start businesses, there are sticky things like taxes and things like that are just kind of annoying. And this is a way around it that I don't recommend you do unless you really want to start a casino. All done.
All done. Okay, so what if we take this into so I have a mailbag.
Oh, hit me.
Yeah. Crap. I forgot her name and it's not in front of me. Do you remember?
I don't know her name.
Crap. We both forgot her name. Okay. This is a good idea.
I should know this.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed.
Anyways, the idea I remember the idea but not the name.
Okay, hit me.
I don't want to be that person.
You got to be that person now.
Okay,
Hold on. Let me go
so she said there should be a platform that allows me to pay for influence of my parents. I want to change my parents' basically news feeds. I want to under my discretion. I'm Russia and they are America in an election right now, and they're watching their news feeds.
Okay.
And I kind of know a lot of what their newsfeed say because they talk about it at dinner. And she wants to subtly, without them knowing, choose the trajectory of their influences. And so I think this is kind of brilliant. So like, if she can fund this, I mean, I think we can change their psychology. This is very doable and very enjoyable. And once the cat gets out of the bad,
manipulative.
yeah,
though,
this
like,
is
very
also
bad.
evil.
I think
Yeah.
it's actually straight evil, even though we are it's already happening to us. But
no, this is even just another level of intention.
this is extremely precise targeting.
But that's why the scope was only my parents. I'm not even doing this to other people.
Yeah, but you have to prove relation, and then you have to say,
There
do
you
you
go.
have the best wishes of your parents? Like maybe you do, but does he? Does this?
But I
person?
like the joke version of this idea. So it's because it's very doable. So if you not like, so I think you could actually do this as a gag business and like a gag gift, but it's a platform service. and you literally for the next 3 months get to mess with someone.
Okay.
And there would be parameters and limits, right?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be like on anything, but there would be a few categories of what we can get that done for you. Like, okay, I want to try to convert a Republican to a Libertarian.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Right? So
that's easy, actually.
there's a few conversion paths, right? So we're not trying to change people 3 degrees, but the platform lets you, in a funny way, manipulate someone's newsfeed 1 degree away, but you choose what that degree is. You love it. I know you love this.
I do love it. I love it. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a terrible good idea. We have really
Everything
bad
on
ideas
today.
This is great. What's going on?
This is the bad idea day.
This is my favorite time
Speaking
day.
of which, did you see Dumb Unicorns?
No, you told me to look at this, and I actually am the most excited for this that I've ever been in my life.
Let me see if I can pull it up really quick.
Pull it up.
Crap, is the audience seeing my screen? I don't want my
You don't wanna-
emails.
you don't wanna spoil
I
it?
need to pull up my emails to get this.
We blur out the bad things, I bet. Do we don't
There's nothing to blur. I just don't want them to read my subject lines.
what do you have in your subject lines?
I don't know.
Mine are usually like reference, or mine are connection, and then my company name, their company name, and then like a date or something like that usually.
I just don't want to have to think about it.
I made, and yeah, that's funny.
Okay, while I pull this up,
You want me to
tell me
pitch you an
me
idea?
a story. No, I want you to tell me a story
You know the story? Okay.
of what is one painful memory that drives you to pursue autonomy these days. So now I would say like being an entrepreneur is basically pursuing autonomy.
Yeah. I value,
So what pain from your past makes you go, that's not okay, I want autonomy? I don't even have anything in mind. But I'm sure there's 10 stories.
Yeah, dude. Okay, it just kind of actually in general feeds into my actual story, which is this. I grew up and both my parents worked a ton, and they were working harder than I think anybody I know. Like
what's
really
a ton?
hard. My dad was home 1 night a week.
Yikes.
Yeah, and he'd fall asleep on the living room floor. And I was always like, why'd you fall asleep
how old were
there?
you?
Why not go to the bed? Like my whole childhood, you know?
So like 8,
Yeah.
Chloe's age.
Put that image in your brain.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and it's
so
just sad. And the problem was he always worked harder. And I kind of learned it was like, dude, the hardest worker doesn't win, because I felt like I lost out on having him at home as much as I wanted to, but I also gained so much in terms of work ethic, and now he's around a ton and it's awesome. It's great. But I was really, really mad about that. And so I wasn't mad about that for him. I was mad about that in terms of economic systems. I don't think we have a good system in that sense. That's why I lean a little bit more left than you do, I think.
our system's not fair.
Totally
It's
not at
bad.
all. So that's why I'm pretty vigilant on, hey, go start your own business and take control of your life again. And I get pissed off when I see people chewed up by the system. You shouldn't have
too.
to have 2 part-time jobs and a full-time job just to
to make
rent.
it.
Yeah, it's just wrong. There you go. There you go.
It is better than being pissed on, though.
Yes, that was a great play on words. You are a witty one.
What about your mom? That was your dad. And you said your mom also worked like crazy?
Same thing. My mom's classic mom story. So she went to college and then went back to college while she's teaching full time, and then my father was gone, and there were 4 children. So my mother's
Oh my God.
like staying up late, putting herself through college again, just to get a better job so she can make more money so that she can provide for us, because my father's always working, and it's this terrible cycle. So you're like, that's kind of what
terrible.
that's what fuels me in that sense. I don't want to do that.
And it comes across. I can
Does
feel
it?
that. That's
Oh, really?
palpable. Yeah. No, it's I would say that is the underlying reason why I work to build money, like so margin,
Yeah.
resources, like so influence over like systems,
Yeah.
and that are my discretion plus or minus, and like margin of time, so I get autonomy of how to influence my time. So if I can influence like where money's spent, where systems are aimed, and how I spend my time, then I can do some deep thinking and get at a systems level. I can go, this is a systems problem. This is not a person to blame. And most people get stuck at the person to blame because we're all mad about something. And we can create an avatar of somebody
Sure. Yeah.
that represents that. And we all can think of those people that represent that to us.
Definitely.
I like pushing past that.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of energy to push past that. So you have to have like a pretty good life scenario to even be able to afford.
That's about, yeah, just
right?
Because
Like,
if
I'm
you're
very
staring at this
lucky.
hand in front of your face, you're not going to see the actual real
It's
problem behind
Maslow.
you. Yeah.
That's right. You have to be at the hierarchy of needs level.
I don't quite agree with this hierarchy of needs, but yes.
Different
I understand.
episode. So like literally I work with that in mind of like, I want to be able to change systems that are harming people because our systems are screwing people over. It's one of the reasons why I like this podcast. Like, honestly, we're just in a funny way, we're bringing to light real options in our society so that you don't feel as freaking trapped by the options that
We
were
bring
presented
levity
to you.
to sticking it to the man. That's what it is.
I mean, and then we're becoming the man, and then we can change the way the man behaves.
Yeah. I mean, I would just say life's not fair and we recognize it. And so instead of just trying to work harder, we're going to find the crevices that we can say, that's an option. We can do that.
Yeah.
And it's better to learn how to work smarter than harder.
Yeah. Yes. And then if you can make 10 of those crevices profitable, and then you can like get some more influence over systems
Yeah.
in aggregate of 10 profitable crevices in your words. This is great. Then you can start to have authority on some of the things that like other people are just trapped.
You can have authority. Yeah, I think that's all good. But also you can have a night out with your wife and not worry about it. That's the thing I care about.
Not worry about what?
Not worry about, can I afford this? Can I not afford this? You can take your kids and say, hey, go to that summer camp.
Yeah. Within
That's what
boundaries.
I care about. I care about that so much more. Anyways, what's your cool thing?
Okay, so April here. Her name's April McLean. I met April through an online community I subscribed to. Best $300 I ever spent to get into that community. It is awesome. She started this thing called Wondery. So I'll give her a shout out. Wondery.co looks like their domain. WONDRY, Wondery. But it's like she follows human behavior and builds and consults on building communities.
Nice.
That's the thing that she does.
Okay.
So her newsletter is awesome, lots of humor, lots of depth. And so Wondery.co. In today's newsletter, she sent out, today I chatted with two gentlemen who started a company called Bad Unicorn. And here's a link. A studio focused on parody products. And I thought of you.
This is my soul.
I started browsing this. This is like 5:30 in the morning, Kendall. And I'm browsing. So I'm going to turn my computer.
I just pulled it out. This is okay.
Bad Unicorn. Piping hot, absurd business ideas delivered. So if you look at, so they have some examples of like good landing pages and good marketing that's kind of shock value, good hooks.
Okay.
This tagline says, some people think we're funny. I love that.
That's great.
And then you can get to the Unicorn Exec Club and it's
Can
dumb
you give me an
unicorn.
example of a bad idea they've done?
I'm trying to get to, okay, here's what WTF is this. Hi, we're Ash and Wit. In 2020, we noticed that startups were a bit too serious. Term sheets, SPACs, investor memos. Where's all the fun? We created Bad Unicorn to get back to the good stuff, having fun and jamming on wild ideas. Do you know anybody who does this? We do.
Yeah, it's definitely big
Yep.
on me.
Yeah, it's more. This more leans you. Powered by Belief Capital, magical flying. Okay, yeah. So they like raise money for actual ideas, some stuff we've made. Here's a slow sweater. I love that. It just says slow and it's a sweater. That's how I feel when winter comes around. Meme University hoodie, Bad Unicorn tee, how to hype. Where's their good ideas? I drop a bad idea.
No. Yeah, don't do it.
I don't want to drag this out. I couldn't quickly get to the bad ideas.
Hold on. What's his name? Messaged us one. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, Dan sent that.
Go, Dan. I have so many different Slack
What it
accounts that I don't
includes.
know which ones are the ones that he puts it on. You know what I'm saying?
Comes in 3 flavors. Noob pack, angel pack, founder pack.
Okay, I can read it out. This is funny. Okay, one of the example products that they made was a pizza subscription service where for $20 a month, you would get a random pizza delivered from a random local pizza place at a random time on any random 2 days per month.
I love that.
I would do that.
That's a good business. So
totally
like
do
they
that.
can do all their planning, right?
Totally. I don't even
You
care
would
if I eat
pay
it.
for that as a customer.
I'd absolutely pay for that. I would pay for that for you. That would be my gift for you.
That's a great gift
It's a
idea.
great gift.
Hey, Dad, I got you this.
I got your random. Really? When's it gonna come? I don't know.
Yep.
I have no idea.
When you're in the shower, probably.
Yeah, it's probably then.
Yep.
And it's,
Oh my gosh. So I
love
really
that.
appreciate this. And
that's funny.
so what I really appreciated about the pizza idea is that's a good business that has profit margins. Pizza has like notoriously good margin.
Yeah.
It's easy logistically because they choose.
Yeah.
So when they're ready to ship you pizzas, they ship.
Yeah.
So the employee like batching the work is simple. The
I would just order from a
$20,
different place, but yeah, that's
2 pizzas for $20. Like that sounds like a really good deal. So like, I think they can actually make money
oh yeah,
because they're just pepperoni pizzas and they're not claiming quality here.
not at all. Doesn't matter.
It
The
would
worse the better.
I would let that ride for like 6 months before I canceled it.
Yeah, I would too. I actually love that.
And
I
their
think that's
marketing
hilarious.
costs are way cheaper because that goes viral.
Exactly.
So, anyways,
I love that. I love that.
you want to give me an idea?
Yeah, I want to give you. Wait, first before we do that, Kendall, have you ever? I listened to our podcast last week. Have you ever listened to our podcast?
2 times a long time ago.
Yeah, it's
months?
not healthy. We're good, and I don't like what it's doing
We're
to
good?
my ego. I think so. I laughed a couple times. It was
Oh,
funny.
I do. Yeah,
it
I
was good.
remember laughing at us too.
But here, I found something last week, and I was like, oh shoot, I'm a little bit ashamed of this. We talked about time, and I don't think I gave a concise thing. So I really want to give you a very concise version of why I don't think you should chock full your schedule. And it's really, really philosophical, but I'm just going to do it as fast as I can. Here we go.
Yep.
Here's why you should do time. It comes into a theory of existence. So I believe, and this comes from a lot of philosophers, that there's existence, there's awareness, then there's self-awareness. Like trees exist, but they're not aware. Dogs are aware, but they're not self-aware. They can't view themselves outside of themselves, right? Humans have that. Now with that becomes a problem because you see what you want to do and you see what you should do, right? This is 2 different things that pendulum in your life. Dogs don't have this dilemma. We have this problem, right?
Yes.
I should be a good father, but I want to go play video games all night. Right? So when people chock full their schedule, they are just trying to be all completely on the side of, I should do this, I should do this, I should do this. And you're removing the actual humanity out of your life. And it's not possible. It's completely impossible. And those people are just the people that didn't get hugged by their moms as a child.
Yeah.
And my mom did. Thank you, Debbie. And so,
Good job, Debbie.
Yeah,
Can I have a hug, Debbie? I could use
she's
2
good.
hugs.
Anyway, so that's why I don't think you should chock full your schedule full of time. You're removing the humanity of your life, and it's completely impossible. You can't do it. It's not even a human thing. It's just not there. And that's also comes into theories of anxiety. Anyways, there you go. I'm going to move on to some business ideas now. I just wanted to give you a better.
I love it.
Did you?
I agree with you.
Oh, good.
100%. I agree
Absolutely.
with you.
Yeah, don't do it. I think
When I plan out a busy like section of my schedule, like yesterday was terrible. I still really push for what I want to do. For example, this podcast.
Yeah.
It adds to the busyness.
Oh yeah.
But I also have my baby in the next room over.
so
Jeremy's
fun.
got my baby right now
Thanks,
while he runs
Jeremy.
the board. And he's learning how to be a dad by proxy. And then
good job,
my
Jeremy.
baby's getting socialized.
Yeah.
Maybe he's getting COVID. I hope Jeremy doesn't have COVID.
Do you have COVID, Jeremy?
Nope.
No,
nope.
he doesn't.
He's vaxxed.
He says no.
1 booster, 2.
You have 3?
All right. So
You got all of them?
anyways, yeah, I like designing like desire into my schedule and
Yeah.
then showing up to the thing that I chose that I
yeah.
wanted, but then also leaving, like I schedule in space. Like,
Yeah.
like-
Dude, you can do
Yeah.
sprints of so you live on this pendulum of your life. What do I want to do and what should I do? You can do sprints on either side. So vacations are
Yeah.
sprints on what do I want to
It's
do.
okay to
You just
pendulum swing.
exactly do this for as long as you want. You cannot be efficient all the time.
No.
It is impossible.
No.
And it just doesn't work. And the harder you try to be efficient with your time all the time, the more it kind of it screws you up in
Backfires.
other ways.
Yeah.
Right? So like the super
Yeah.
efficient dad, oh, that's weird. Why are you yelling at your kid all of a sudden when your kid just like dropped a plate and nothing broke even? You know,
Right.
like you're like, whoa, this is coming out in other ways.
Right.
You've got to build into
Right.
your life an ability to just be lazy. It has
I
to
love
happen.
it.
Anyways, here we go. I got an idea. I think there should be a browser that hold on. Hold on.
A browser.
Yeah, there should be a browser.
Yep, there should be. There should be one of these.
I think there should be a browser that throttles your speed over time. So you put your kids on there, and so you say, all right, within an hour, it's going to be really slow. So that's how you use your time.
Whoa!
You don't even kick them off.
Oh my
Just slow down.
gosh. That's manipulative and
great.
awesome.
It's great.
I mean, it doesn't have to be manipulative. It can be overt.
But your kid's addicted to Fortnite? Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Have fun.
Fortnite's going to lag.
It's going to lag really bad, and they're not even going to want to touch the internet.
Whoa,
You
a
can bake it
new
into the
level
device.
of automating screen time and not having to parent your children.
Do you love it?
I mean, I hate the part of the passive parent, but yeah, I love it.
Well, yeah, but it's...
No, I love it. I would use this tool. I love it. I love it. Just don't go over the top on anything. All
I
things.
think it'd be usable. I think
in
it'd be
moderation.
doable too. We could do this. You work with a dev
we could
company.
build this.
How long would it take to build this kind of
A
thing?
browser? I mean, we never built a browser, so I'd have
Maybe
to
a
ask the
plugin. This could be a
engineering
plugin,
team.
I think.
Oh, true. Yeah, you don't have to build a
Don't redo the...
This is just a plugin. This is a Chrome plugin. I love this plan.
This is fun.
I love this plan. I need this for the Nintendo Switch 2, though.
Yeah.
So maybe it's at the router level. So this could be a router mod. But you could have a few different implementations of this.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
needs to be easy to install for parents. So that's some...
But I know a lot of parents have completely different Wi-Fi setup for their kids. They just partition it out.
Yep,
Right? So
yep. So we get the good internet, and theirs is just slowing down.
kind of real. I mean, like,
Man.
if I'm on a Zoom call, I don't want my kids to be playing Fortnite at
Man.
the same time, right? You know,
Okay, that's the winner. You won today.
I won today.
I did not win today.
It feels so good. To
Yeah,
win.
are there more ideas, or are we just gonna end on the banger?
I've got
Rapid fire me.
rapid fire you.
Yeah.
Okay. Little criminal. We do little tiny crimes, so you can do big crimes, and all the cops are coming to us because we do it right before you. But you have to pay our legal fees, and anything bad that happens to us, you have to pay us double.
Why are
So
all
do you
the
want to
ideas
rob
for
a
the
bank?
mob today?
We can help you do that. We're going to go rob a convenience store so you can knock off the big guys. Littlecriminal.com. Come find us.
Small time criminal. Criminal small time.
You like it?
I mean, yeah, if we're trying to empower the mob, okay. Wow, we're really going to mess with emotions. Do you remember when ISIS started taking over?
Yeah, those are good times.
Remember how-
I'm going to get canceled so fast.
Remember how dark that was?
Yes.
It felt icky for a few years there.
Yeah, it was bad. It was terrible.
I didn't like how creative they were. Right? So I actually do feel bad pumping creativity into the darkness.
They were really
Creative.
really good. They did great social media, which is so sad. That's how they found all their stuff. Which actually brings up the great question of like Elon Musk, Twitter. Saw how he kind of blocked Kanye. He
didn't
canceled
see
Kanye.
this.
And Elon Musk's big thing, if I'm not wrong, which I don't really follow him that closely, is he's really big on free speech, right? So he wants to propagate that, but he also got involved
Probably
and said,
because
hey,
he wants to run for president. So he's just doing the I'm going to cause a ruckus
who
thing.
knows? I have no idea. But he blocked free speech. Now, that's the big question of should you block free speech or not? I think you should. I think that there's an appropriate time for you to shut it down. Because ISIS is a great example.
I'm
They were
thinking
using
about
Twitter,
what I want to
but
say.
it's impossible, man.
Whatever I say next will be, I can't run for senator.
It's okay. I gave that up a long time ago.
You did. You threw in that towel.
Yeah.
So,
Because I hung out. Dude, have you ever hung out with senators? They're boring.
no, I'm never going to do that. We're just going to build things that
it's so
are
boring.
fun. That is a big discussion.
Yeah.
I don't want to have that discussion in 60 seconds. So maybe an episode we tackle
On
the free
censorship?
speech. Yeah.
Big one, man.
We could explore it. I can commit to exploring it.
Dude.
I can't cast an opinion there.
It's a joke, and I can explain it, and we'll explain it sometime. But it is
Okay.
impossible. It is completely impossible.
Free speech is a figment of our imaginations.
Completely.
Yeah,
it violates society.
we curb each other's speech.
We
all the
curb
time.
each other's everything.
Yeah, correct.
We have
We
social
regulate
rules.
to each
you
other.
have to wear clothes when you go into stores,
Yeah,
Wait,
I didn't
that's
want to wear a
violating you.
shirt today.
but you had to
Ah,
because we've deemed that as a societal acceptable thing.
Right.
And that is a form of free speech that we have prohibited.
yep.
Which
Yep.
I think is okay.
Save it for the whole
yeah,
episode.
well-
That's like a bonus episode.
I love bonuses.
Can we put it behind like let's make that private.
Guys, actually, we should ask you this. You, our listeners, we are considering. I've never actually talked to the camera.
Wow,
Is this
you the
fourth wall?
listener.
Yeah,
You the listener.
We're considering ramping up our content, and some of it is too good for podcasts, and we're trying to figure out the best way to do this. Should we start a Discord community? Should we start a Patreon? We don't know, but we want to talk to the people that are interacting with us. So if you have any ideas, DM us, message us, smoke cloud screens or whatever.
Yeah.
Smoke signals. Anyways, just let us know.
Yeah.
If you have opinions.
I think I'm excited about some type of private community as long as we protect it from the crazies, because those also exist.
Oh, I gotta be involved.
And if you're wondering if that's you,
it's probably me.
then it's probably you. That was to the listener, not to you.
Oh shoot!
Wow,
I'm sorry.
look,
and really called out
okay,
there.
actually, y'all are in good company.
That's so funny.
If you were not wondering if that's you, I guess it still could be you. That's that's what is that, a sociopath?
I don't know. Yeah, but if you ask questions like, is doing business with Russia bad, and should pop stars, I don't know, I'm out of it. I think Elvis should have died 10
Show
years
more
earlier.
leg.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I have a few more ideas if you would like, or we can just call it. Do you have any more ideas for me?
I can save them. There's too much content.
I know.
Give me one idea, and we will save the best idea for the intro. So can you one up? What was the last one you just said? That
The last one I just said was a joke idea. It was Little Criminal.
Yeah. So can you one up Little Criminal?
Yeah, pretty easily. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So if you can dial it up from there.
This is a real one. VR is going to be huge, and we know that because so many people are investing so much money into it. VR warehouses, I think, are going to be a super cool future thing. So just buy a nice warehouse while it's cheap. It can be a little bit outside of town. Buy the new Oculus type thing that's coming out that Facebook's doing it. And then all my friends, all we want to do is we just want to play Call of Duty
And we don't want to
Zombies in
trip
real
over the
life.
couch or the coffee table. Have you gotten your shins hit?
It's terrible. Dude, I bought a VR thing and I've used it like 3 times because I don't want to clean my bedroom before I have to pop that thing on.
Wait,
it's annoying.
Can you combine this with Cocktail Lounge?
Yeah,
So
totally.
if we could do VR and cocktails, you know how funny that'd be? So we're sitting there watching a friend play.
Yeah.
They're in a different world, having fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's like a
they
bar.
need to
You can even have an
stumble
arcade across-
safely.
But how cool would it be if you go to a warehouse, you pop it on, and you're playing legit like Call of Duty Zombies, and you're with your friends and you're trying to
and
survive.
we get to watch you.
and you get to watch them, and you can run around anywhere in the warehouse, totally fine.
This is fun.
It's so fun.
This is fun. So I do think you can get a warehouse, get it. I agree with you. Get a cheap one on the outskirts in the industrial zone of your city. And then
buy 20 of these.
you can use pipe and drape for a lot of the interior decoration.
You don't have to decorate it. That's the best part.
But we want to make it loungy. It needs to hold a little bit of heat for the cold time.
Yeah.
I would do a little bit, like a light, cheap way to cut down on noise bouncing. Make like room segmentations, right? I want to like pull half a curtain for me and my friends in this section, but it's still a safe
Private party,
VR
that
zone.
kind of thing.
This
I
is
see
a
what you're
good
saying.
idea. I like this.
It'd be fun. It'd be really fun business too.
Let's do some more content this week. Not waiting till next week's podcast.
Deal.
We need to go do Pub Pitch and Chico. So let's do that before next Thursday.
Deal. All right.
All right. If you like today's episode, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. That's what we're pushing today. I am selling the fact that if you give us an Apple Podcast 5-star review and then you DM us on Instagram that you did that with a screenshot to prove it.
We'll Venmo you $5.
Nope. I'm not sending you $5. I am going to give you
Shout them out.
career advice.
Okay, here's an idea. What if we commit to reading the reviews?
There you go. There you go. That's a better commitment. So if you enjoyed today's episode and many episodes, I am begging you for a 5-star podcast. We're at 112 in entrepreneurship. I think we climbed to like number 112. We want to get to 30.
Yeah.
So we got bumped up 12 spots this week. And so I want to get to 30. And that will do a lot of good things for our ability to do more cool content, which takes time and resources. So help us out and we will read your funny. They should be funny and we'll read them. Make us read them.
Yeah, I want to read them.
Make us read them. That's your challenge.
Okay. All done.